Things are going from bad to worse for this live-action Snow White film starring Rachel Zegler. She is not going to escape the reputation that she has built, that she is box office poison. How many films has she been in that have been utter duds at the box office? The Shazam film, the West Side Story film, this upcoming Snow White film. They are all performing really, really bad. Who's the common denominator? It is Rachel Zegler. So we have multiple reports here of numerous people sharing their local theaters that no one is buying tickets for this movie whatsoever. Wallen Ballin said, I've never in my life seen anything like this. Snow White opening Saturday, IMAX primetime for families in one of the busiest movie theaters in the entire DC metro area. I can concur with that. Tyson's Corner is one of the more popular areas right outside DC. He says, I go to this theater all the time. I've literally never seen anything like this. And you can see the screenshot he shared. Every single seat is still available to purchase. No one has purchased a ticket for this movie. Saturday, March 22nd, 5:30 p.m. IMAX. Not good. Others shared other empty theaters in the replies. Salem Wolf said this, just checked the same date of the 4 p.m. IMAX showing at the moment of this post for Regal Opry Mills in Nashville, Tennessee. Not sure if the X shown are taken seats or just not being sold. If they were sold, why would people want the far corners and not in the center? The X's are indeed seats that are sold, but you can still see it's only, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 seats sold out of that entire theater. Empty theater. A 6:30 p.m. showing on Saturday, March 22nd in Disney Springs is also reportedly going to be mostly empty, according to Crust C. Again, 2, 4, 6, 8 seats sold in that theater, empty theater. The AMC Burbank 16, which is basically home field, as IRA Darth Aggie says, for the Walt Disney Company, looks like there's maybe 2, 4. Got to blow this up to really count here. 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and I think there's 6 seats there. So 13 seats total sold there at Burbank for the March 22nd, 7:30 p.m. showing. Terrible. Comedian Chrissy Meyer shared that her local theater is completely empty. No seats sold for a 7:30 p.m. showing Saturday, March 22nd. Mexican Iron Man said that there are no seats sold on any showings for opening day near him in Hilton Head, South Carolina. Admiral Teague says that there are barely any seats sold in New York City as well. Looking really, really bad there for a 4:30 p.m. showing on opening day, Thursday, March 22nd. So you can go through social media, find all kinds of people posting these things with their local theaters. All of the theaters look completely and utterly empty. Reminds me of The Marvels. And what happened to that film? It only did $200 million globally. I don't even think it did $200 million. The numbers, I think, says it did like $199.7 million globally. Total dud. And it looks like this is going to be happening with Snow White as well. In fact, we're seeing massive declines in the expected box office grosses domestically. Sean Robbins originally reported 5 weeks ago that this film was expected to gross between $52 million and $71 million in its opening weekend, with a pinpoint prediction of $56 million. He has significantly reduced that prediction. He now predicts the film will have a domestic opening weekend between $37.5 million and $53 million, with a pinpoint prediction of just $42 million. That's a 25% decline in the pinpoint prediction. Huge decline in expected grosses there. Not only did he lower the opening weekend predictions, but he also lowered the film's expected total grosses, at least domestically. He says he originally predicted it would gross between $130 million and $209 million, with a pinpoint prediction of $155 million. Now he expects the film to do between $94 million and $157 million, with a pinpoint prediction of $113 million. That's a decline of over 27% with the pinpoint prediction from 155 to 113. Huge declines here. And it might go down even further. I would not be surprised if it goes even lower than this. And the lower it goes, the more money that the Walt Disney Company is going to lose. I think Carolyn Reed over at Forbes had already noted that they had spent something like $350 million just in the production budget, not even including post or the marketing and things like that. So obviously, we saw the Walt Disney Company cut down on a lot of the marketing campaign for this film. They reduced the premieres. They weren't allowing press to talk to Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot, etc. Obviously people were saying they just didn't want Rachel Zegler to open her mouth, but I think there's probably another reason for that as well. I think they probably didn't want her to be talking, especially with all the things that she likes to spout off on. But also that they're trying to cut costs, trying to reduce their costs as much as they possibly can because these grosses are obviously declining and they've already spent so much money on this movie. So keeping those costs down, I guess, ensures that they won't be spending as much as what they would have been or been planning to spend. So everything looks really, really bad for this movie, and Disney has only one place to look for to lay the blame, and that is on themselves. They chose to do this. They chose Rachel Zegler, and they're going to reap what they have sown, and that is going to be empty box offices and extraordinarily low box office grosses. But let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, especially to each other, and to always, always speak the truth.